Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app and there you can get the current affairs in text format. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The name of Telegram channel is GKToday YouTube. This is the link. Please make sure that you join the right channel. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. So if you find it relevant, you can subscribe to it. Daily, the most important article of various newspapers are discussed in this channel. Now let's start. iCommit is a new campaign launched by which Union Ministry? So this campaign has been launched by Union Ministry of Power. Power Minister is R.K. Singh and this campaign was launched to ensure the energy efficiency. And for this campaign, EESL is going to play key role. What is EESL? It is Energy Efficiency Services Limited. Recently, EESL was in news as it partnered with GAIL, that is Gas Authority of India Limited, for the Tri-Generation project. So, for Tri-Generation projects, these two organizations have collaborated. Now, Power Minister was also in news as recently he formally launched the Pan-India Real-Time Market in Electricity. And there are two platforms for real-time electricity market. These are IEX and PXIL. IEX stands for Indian Energy Exchange and PXIL stands for Power Exchange India Limited. So these two platforms provide an option to buy powers on exchange platforms. The booklet Safe Online Learning in the Times of COVID-19 has been prepared by NCERT in collaboration with which global organization. So for this booklet, NCERT has collaborated with UNESCO. And recently this booklet was released by MHRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. MHRD stands for Ministry of Human Resource Development. So for this booklet, these two organizations, that is NCERT and UNESCO, collaborated. And this booklet has been launched to provide a brief guidelines or brief set of instructions in the context of digital learning due to this COVID-19 pandemic situation. Which Language Day is celebrated by United Nations on 6th of June, the birthday of famous poet Alexander Pushkin. So, the Russian Language Day was celebrated on 6th of June. Now, if we talk about United Nations, there are total 6 official languages. These are Russian, Chinese, English, French, Spanish and Arabic. Now, Russia was also in news because of S-400 missile systems, and these missile air defense system will be delivered to India by Russia by 2025. Russia was also in news as recently it hosted BRICS Tax Authorities meeting. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Russia was also in news because of Pakda and it is Russia's first strategic stealth bomber. Spandan is a campaign launched by which Indian state or union territory? So it has been launched by Chhattisgarh and this campaign has been started to reduce the incidence of suicide and fratricide involving police personnels. Because of job profile, police personnels are mentally stressed. So this campaign has been started to provide them psychological support. Now Chhattisgarh was also in news as recently it launched Rajiv Gandhi Nyaya Yojana and this scheme was launched on 21st of May. 21st of May is the death anniversary of Rajiv Gandhi and 21st of May is observed as Anti-Terrorism Day. So on this day, this Rajiv Gandhi Nyaya scheme was started by the government of Chhattisgarh to provide the financial support to the farmers of state. India unveiled Panchsheel campaign to secure an elected seat at which international forum? So this is related to UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council. And for this, India recently released a document and in that document there were two important terms. One is norms and another one is 5S. So we have already discussed 5S in our last video. Now norms stands for a new orientation for a reformed multilateral system. That means it is Indian approach at United Nations Security Council and it will be guided by this 5S strategy. It is important to note that India is the sole contender for Asia Pacific group and if elected, India is going to be elected for the 8th term. Now answer in comment box what is this 5S strategy in the context of United Nations Security Council. which article of Indian Constitution says India, that is Bharat, shall be the union of states? So it is Article 1 of Indian Constitution. So recently this article was in news because of a petition to change name from India to Bharat. And this petition was filed in Supreme Court. Later Supreme Court said that this petition should be directed to the central government for appropriate response. As per the new order of Finance Ministry, all new schemes that have been approved will remain suspended till which date? So till 31st of March 2021, all the schemes will remain suspended as per the notification issued by the DOE. What is DOE? It is Department of Expenditure and it is under Finance Ministry. So all the schemes will remain suspended till 31st of March. However, two schemes will continue to be implemented, and these two schemes are Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana and Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So this decision was taken to efficiently utilize the available resources, and that's why the government is not going to announce new schemes till 31st of March. What would be the contraction in real gross GDP growth in 2020-21 as per the RBI's survey of professional forecasters? So the survey of professional forecasters is associated to RBI, and as per this survey, the real GDP is going to be contracted by 1.5%. That means the growth is going to be negative. However, the survey highlighted that next year Indian growth is going to bounce back and it is going to grow at 7.2%. Now RBI was also in news because of PIDF, that is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. So it is a 500 crore rupees fund which has been announced by RBI, and out of this 500, 250 crore will be provided by RBI and rest will be provided by the card issuing banks and card networks. Now this fund will be utilized for the development of infrastructure for digital payments. Now answer in comment box, will this fund be utilized only in specific cities or this fund will be utilized all over India? Kushal Pal Singh, who was in news, is associated to which popular firm? So he is associated to DLF, and recently he stepped down as the chairperson of DLF. DLF is the real estate firm. So now he has stepped down and his son Rajiv Singh became the chairperson of DLF. Now apart from this appointment, recently few other personalities were in news. Recently Rahul Srivastava was appointed as India's ambassador to Romania, and Monica Mohta has been appointed as India's ambassador to Switzerland. Apart from this, recently Jasleen Bhalla was in news. Answer in comment box, C is associated to which field and why C was in news recently? What is the theme of World Food Safety Day 2020? So the theme of World Food Safety Day was Food Safety, Everyone's Business. World Food Safety Day is celebrated on the 7th of June, and the celebration is organized by WHO in collaboration with FAO. Headquarters of FAO is in Rome in Italy. FAO stands for Food and Agriculture Organization. WHO stands for World Health Organization. Recently, USA quit WHO membership. Now coming back to food safety. So on the occasion of Food Safety Day, FSSAI released a State Food Safety Index. And as per this index, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra are the top performing states in the category of larger states, while Goa was the top state in the category of smaller states. FSSAI is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Present Health Secretary is Preeti Sudhan. Now 7th of June is World Food Safety Day, while 8th of June is World Oceans Day. And the theme for this year's World Oceans Day was Innovation for a Sustainable Ocean. 8th of June is also celebrated as World Tumor Day. What is the name of former governor of Jharkhand, Manipur and Mizoram who passed away recently? So the name of former governor is Mr. Ved Marwa. He had served as the commissioner of Delhi Police as well. He was an IPS officer and he passed away recently. Now apart from him, recently Kurt Thomas passed away. Kurt Thomas was the first male gymnast from USA to win a gold medal in World Championship. So Kurt Gymnast was from USA and he was associated to gymnastic. On the other hand, recently Hamza Koya passed away. Hamza Koya was a Santosh Trophy player and he had played for the Maharashtra in Santosh Trophy tournament. Now answer in comment box, the Santosh Trophy is associated to which sports? In addition to him, recently Kannada actor Chiranjeevi Sarja passed away, who is the chairperson of task force set up to examine the matters related to health and nutrition of women and children. So recently WCD, that is Ministry of Women and Child Development, constituted this task force, and this task force has been set up to examine the matters related to health and nutrition of women and child, and Jaya Jetli is going to be the head of this task force. Which institution has partnered with Atal Innovation Mission to promote innovation and entrepreneurship? So for this purpose, CSIR and Atal Innovation Mission partnered. What is CSIR? It is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and present DG of CSIR is Shekhar Mande. The president of CSIR is Prime Minister. That means Prime Minister is the ex officio president of CSIR. So as per this partnership, CSIR is going to collaborate and they are going to work as per the ARISE initiative of Atal Innovation Mission. What is ARISE initiative? ARISE initiative was started to stimulate the innovation and research in MSME sector. Now for MSME sector, recently Champions Portal was launched. Atal Innovation Mission is an initiative of Niti Aayog. When was the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code passed in our country? So it was passed in 2016. Recently it was in news because through ordinance, a new section, that is section 10A, has been inserted in this IBC, and as per this section, no insolvency application will be filed for the defaults arising on or after March 25 for a period of 6 months, which can be extended to 1 year. So why this was done? This was done to save the companies which were on the verge of default due to COVID-19. So that means now, as per this new section, no insolvency application will be filed for the defaults during this COVID-19 pandemic time. Now, if we talk about ordinance, Article 123 and Article 213 contains the ordinance powers of President and Governor respectively. If we talk about IBC, IBBI is the regulator for IBC. What is IBBI? Please answer in the comment box. Software Technology Parks of India is an autonomous society under which union ministry? So it is under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Now recently it was in news because on 5th of June it celebrated 29th Foundation Day. That means STPI celebrated 29th Foundation Day. Which Indian state or union territory has launched a dedicated State Environment Management Corporation? So this was launched by Andhra Pradesh. And this corporation is going to perform several tasks including collecting, segregating and scientifically disposing the industrial waste. So this APEMC is going to work for the disposal of industrial waste. What is APEMC? It is Andhra Pradesh Environment Management Corporation. Which Indian airport received the platinum recognition in the Airports Council of Asia Pacific Green Airports Recognition 2020? So recently Hyderabad Airport received the highest platinum recognition in the Airports Council International Asia Pacific Green Airports Recognition, and this airport is operated by GMR Group. Who has been named as the chairperson of reconstituted Commodity Derivatives Advisory Committee of SEBI? So Ashok Dalwani is the chairperson of this reconstituted committee on commodity derivatives, and this committee is related to SEBI. What is SEBI? It is Securities Exchange Board of India. Which international association has pledged over $21 billion fund to fight against COVID-19 pandemic? So this was announced by G20. Previously G20 group had announced that the group is going to inject 5 trillion in the global economy. Saudi Arabia is the president of G20 group this year, and India is going to host G20 summit in 2022. India will also host Interpol conference that year. The headquarters of Interpol is in France in Lyon. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover some important news articles. So if you want current affairs only in question answer format, you can skip this section. So first we are going to cover certain initiatives related to COVID-19. So first news is related to ARCI. So ARCI in partnership with McKinsey Industries have developed a UVC based disinfectant cabinet. So this cabinet is a unit that will help in the disinfection of non-critical hospital items such as laboratory wear or PPE. Next news is related to COVID Beep. So this app was in news as it was recently launched by Dr. Jitendra Singh, and it is India's first psychological parameters monitoring system for COVID-19 patients. Next news is related to Environmental Performance Index. So this index has been recently released jointly by Yale University and Columbia University. And as per this Environment Protection Index, Denmark is the top performing country while India is on 168th position. Next news is related to Richard Dawkins Award. So recently, poet and writer Javed Akhtar became the first Indian to receive this Richard Dawkins Award. Next news is related to Tech Mahindra, as recently Tech Mahindra partnered with UNGC initiative to reduce carbon emission. And the target of the company is to increase renewable energy to 50% by 2025. What is UNGC? It is United Nations Global Compact Initiative to reduce carbon emissions. Next news is related to ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. So ISRO has partnered with ARIES for the collaboration in the field of space situational awareness and astrophysics. What is ARIES? It is Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences. Next news is related to ARCI. So ARCI recently developed magnetocaloric material for cancer treatment. Next news is related to NABARD. So recently NABARD extended 270 crore rupees to Assam Grameen Vikas Bank. What is NABARD? It is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. And recently G.R. Chintala was appointed as the chairman of NABARD. Next news is related to SDFC Bank. So recently SDFC Bank started summer treats scheme for its customers, and as per this scheme it offers multiple benefits such as cashbacks, discounts to ensure the normalization of life after post-lockdown. Now we are going to cover certain initiatives taken by the various state governments. So first is related to Rajasthan government, as recently Rajasthan government launched online Shramik Employment Exchange, and the name of this exchange is Raj Kaushal Portal. Next news is related to Madhya Pradesh. So recently state government launched two initiatives. One is Thank Mom. So this initiative was started to spread awareness about the tree plantation drive. And second initiative is related to street vendors. And the name of this scheme is Mukhyamantri Sahari Path Vyavashayi Utthan Yojana. So this scheme has been launched for the empowerment of street vendors. Now, central government also announced a scheme for the street vendors. Answer in comment box what is the name of that scheme which was announced recently for street vendors. Next news is related to Odisha, as recently Odisha cabinet gave the status of anthem to Bande Utkal Janani, and this is a poem which was written by K.L. Mohapatra in 1912. Now recently why it was in news? It was in news because Odisha government gave this as a status of anthem, that means state anthem. And last news is related to Karnataka. So recently Karnataka launched two apps. One is Megha Sandesh and second one is Varun Mitra. So both these apps are related to weather forecasting, rainfall and flood related information in the BBMP. What is BBMP? It is Brahat Bengaluru Mahanagar Palika jurisdiction. That is the municipal area of Bengaluru. So both these initiatives are related to state government of Karnataka. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.